Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. This is my new to me 2003 Ford F350 with the 6.8 liter V10. Last week we did a little bit of work to improve it, but we're going to continue that today and work on the interior. We're going to get a new rear seat that actually folds all the way up or folds flat, and then we're going to work on the driver's seat, which needs a new seat cushion and a new seat cover. So let's get to it. The first thing we're going to do is remove the rear seats. On the 2003, they're held on with two T55 bolts at the front corners and two 18mm nuts at the rear corners. I used a wrench for the rear nuts, but the front bolts can be removed with an impact. We can pull this out there. With the nuts and bolts removed, we can lift the seat off the rear studs and remove it from the truck.
Hey, sunglasses!
Free stuff. Maui Gyms. Watch out, I gotta clean the burger. Okay.
Bets on how many nails are underneath it? Oh, nails plus screws.
Yeah. This truck used to be owned by a roofing company, so we found a lot of nails back there. I think we counted at least 53 there, but there were more in the rest of the truck.
There's one more, 50.
51.
No, 51, Jesus, okay.
We also have some big power and ground wires back here. Those are connected to a large inverter that lived under the original seats. The new seats are a bit different, so it won't fit in the same place, but we might use those same wires to power a subwoofer instead. Let me know what you think down in the comments. As it turns out, later model seats with the 60/40 split and the fold-out rack have 3 mounting points at the back and 4 in the front. The floor isn't drilled for the extra bolts, but it is set up with extra metal where threads need to be tapped. Today we're just mounting the new seat with the existing mounting points, but we'll be back soon to add the others once we have the extra bolts. Putting in the new seat was tougher because it's heavier than the original one. This new one has a bunch of extra metal for the fold-out cargo rack. The next issue we ran into was the alignment of the holes on the front corners of the seat. Our first thought was that it was the padding under the floor because the frame is different from the original seats. So we ended up cutting the padding around where the new bolts will go.
Well, do you want to cut it?
We could lift it and then tip it back and then we can cut the spots, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to mark? Let's mark it first.
Okay. Move it forward.
Up, out of the thing. Tip it back. There's cuts here. It should work now. We'll see. It turned out that the front mounting holes on the seat frame were still slightly off, so we ended up widening the holes just enough so the bolts would fit. Right, so now we have headrests. We've got seats that fold flat in a split configuration. Nice little storage there if we need. Oops. But we also have this. Fold up, and if I move this out of the way, we can also open this up to make a flat metal surface all the way across. So, really nice. It has a little handle here. Nice. Next, let's work on the driver's seat. Next, we're going to remove the front seat. I think there's a cap, and those are 18s probably. Alright, so these are 18s as well, like in the rear. And in the front we have T55s, like here and here, just like in the rear.
Yeah.
So we gotta undo this plug too.
Yes.
This $1.20 or 25 cents. 26. Starburst. Another coin there. 0.7. There was a starburst. It's now part of the floor.
No,
Apparently. Point there. That green thing.
Oh, you're right. Ew. Oh, that's a Skittle.
Oh, gross. So here we have the new cushion that we're going to put into the driver's seat. New seat cover. This isn't a perfect match, but it's close enough for now until we find a leather or different front seat. So, we'll see. There's plastic rivets right here, but you don't have to drill them out. There's a little bracket with Phillips head screws here.
Now you could use a Phillips 2 on a, small ratchet,
Yeah.
or use the extension. We'll try a 3. Yeah, 3 will do it. There we go. Thank you. That was already loose. There it is. And then this is a Christmas tree clip.
The center fell out.
You know what? That'll be okay. These, I guess they're what, 10 to...
Next, we need to remove the 4 10mm bolts that hold the seat bottom to the seat slider rails. The rear ones are a little hard to get to, so using wobble sockets and a ratcheting wrench helped.
Yeah, so... Wait, hold on.
Alright, they move separately now. Is that just a pivot, or is it
That's
supposed
the
to...
seat belt, yeah.
Then, there are 2 bolts that hold the seat back to the seat bottom. Before separating the seat back from the seat, we need to remove the cable for the lumbar support adjuster. There's a plastic retainer at the end of the cable which can be released, then you need to work the barrel end of the cable out of the adjuster.
Okay.
So that comes out down that way. You have to angle this so it pops out, and then when you put it back in, it goes in and over. The other side of the seat back is held in with the pivot point, which also acts as a retainer pin.
Ah, got it.
Okay.
Just levering it. There we go.
To remove the seat cover, we need to remove the hook strips from the 4 sides of the frame. They're on pretty tight, and be careful, the metal can be sharp. Yeah, be careful when you work with that. It's all really sharp metal edges. So, wear gloves. Looking at the new seat cushion, you can see there are metal rods inside the foam. The seat cover attaches to them with hog rings to stop the cover from coming up or moving out of place. On the inside of the cover, we can see the strips that get attached to the rods with the hog rings. Before attaching anything, make sure the seat cover is centered properly.
No! Got it.
Is there one more on this side?
Just one more. Woo.
I found that using hog rings that have a wider opening makes this a little easier. You can use the ring to hook the strip on the seat cover to pull it down to the rod in the cushion. Once the bottom of the ring is hooked onto the rod, you can squeeze the pliers to tighten the ring and attach the cover to the cushion. Having an extra pair of hands to push the foam down and hold the cover helps a lot.
Oh no!
Removed? We have to undo it?
It's a little too far forward.
If the cushion isn't centered, you'll have to pry the rings open to reposition it. Now we can put the new cushion on the frame and hook the cover around it. You have to squish the foam pretty hard to get the hook strips into place. With the cover secured, we need to make a couple of cuts for the adjuster knob and some bolts and screw holes. An X shape works well instead of trying to cut a circle. We ended up having to make a few more cuts as we assembled the seat and found where other screws needed to fit. To reassemble the seat back to the bottom of the seat, we have to feed the lumbar support adjuster cable through first, then slot the pivot pin back in. With the seat back plate bolted in, we can fish the seatbelt plug through and reattach the seat slider.
Go.
It's back. That end has to come over. Shows it here. Yep. This side's forward. Yep.
With the seat bolted back down, it's much more comfortable. It's not the best match, but we'll fix that soon.
So that's already a pretty big upgrade for the interior. Now, I'm not actually done working on the interior because I got my hands on some leather lariat seats for the front with the power adjustment. So those should be more comfortable. But this specific truck didn't come with power seats, so be sure to subscribe to find out how I adapt that. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and let me know down in the comments what you think of the improvements we've made so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.